One seed packet, one season, and then these flowers never let you buy seeds again. Self-seeding flowers drop their own seed at the end of summer, and that seed germinates on its own the following spring. You get a full, thriving display every single year without planting a single thing. 8 flowers. Buy them once. Let me show you how they keep going forever.
Number 1. Cosmos. Cosmos is the flower that plants itself. Tall, airy stems topped with daisy-like blooms in pink, light, and deep crimson flower non-stop from midsummer to frost, and every spent flower head left standing drops dozens of seeds straight into the soil beneath it. Once you've grown cosmos for a single season, you'll likely never need to buy it again. The seedlings appear reliably every spring, often in slightly different spots than the year before, giving your border a relaxed, naturalized look that improves with age, rather than looking the same every year. Zones. Cosmos self-seeds reliably in zones 2 through 11, wherever summers are warm enough to ripen seed before the first frost, which covers nearly every temperate and subtropical climate. In the coolest, shortest summer zones, choose early flowering varieties to guarantee seed has time to mature before cold weather arrives. Growing tip: don't deadhead every flower. Leave a portion of spent blooms standing specifically to set and drop seed for next year, while still cutting some for vases or continued flowering elsewhere on the plant. Tip for best self-seeding: avoid heavy mulching in autumn over areas where you want cosmos to return. A light scratch of bare soil is exactly what the drop seed needs to germinate the following spring.
Number 2. Calendula. Calendula produces cheerful, daisy-like flowers in warm shades of orange, gold, and apricot from spring right through to the first hard frost, and it is, without exaggeration, one of the most enthusiastic self-seeders in the entire flower world. The curled, distinctive seed pods that follow each bloom are genuinely built for self-propagation. Once established, calendula seedlings appear so reliably each year that many gardeners stop sowing it entirely and simply let the previous year's plants do all the work. As a bonus, the petals are edible and the plant has a long history of use in skin salves. Useful value layered on top of pure beauty. Zones. Calendula self-seeds dependably in zones 2 through 11, tolerating both cool spring conditions and moderate summer heat. In the hottest zones, 9 through 11, it performs best as a cool season flower, often self-seeding in autumn for a winter and early spring display rather than blooming through peak summer heat. Growing tip: calendula tolerates poor soil and minimal watering far better than most flowering annuals. Resist the urge to over-fertilize, as overly rich soil produces excessive foliage at the expense of flowers and seed production. Tip for best self-seeding: let at least a few seed pods fully dry and turn brown on the plant before any autumn tidy-up. Collecting or composting them too early removes next year's free flowers along with this year's mess. Number 3. Larkspur. Larkspur produces tall, dramatic flower spires in shades of blue, purple, pink, and white that bring genuine vertical elegance to any border. And it has one self-seeding quirk that actually works entirely in your favor. Larkspur seed needs a period of cold to germinate, which means it drops in autumn, sits through winter, and emerges as strong, healthy seedlings in very early spring, weeks before you'd normally even think about sowing. That early start gives self-sown larkspur a significant head start over anything you'd plant fresh each year, often producing taller, stronger plants than deliberately sown seed. Zones. Larkspur self-seeds most successfully in zones 3 through 8, where winters are cold enough to satisfy its chilling requirement for germination. In zones 9 through 11, where winters stay mild, self-seeding is less reliable. Sow fresh seed in autumn instead, and refrigerate seed packets for several weeks before sowing to simulate the cold period it needs. Growing tip: larkspur dislikes being transplanted due to a sensitive root system. This is actually another reason self-seeding suits it so well, since the seedlings simply grow exactly where they land without ever being disturbed. Tip for best self-seeding: leave the dried, papery seed pods standing through autumn and into early winter, rather than cutting the plants back immediately after flowering. This is when the bulk of seed dispersal happens. Number 4. Foxglove. Foxglove brings serious height and drama to a partially shaded border. Those tall spires of spotted trumpet-shaped flowers in deep purple pink, white, and cream are genuinely show-stopping. But here's the detail that makes it a forever flower. Foxglove is biennial, meaning it grows foliage in year 1 and flowers in year 2. And because it self-seeds so reliably, you end up with both stages growing simultaneously every single year after the first. Once that overlapping cycle is established, your border always has flowering plants, even though no individual plant lives more than 2 years and you've never replanted a thing. Zones: Foxglove self-seeds successfully in zones 4 through 9, performing best in climates with cool, moist summers and partial shade. In zones 10 and 11, the combination of intense heat and humidity shortens its lifespan and reduces reliable self-seeding. In these zones, treat it as a single-season planting and expect to occasionally refresh the planting. Growing tip: Foxglove thrives in the dappled shade beneath trees and shrubs where many flowering plants struggle. Use it specifically in those difficult, partially shaded corners of your garden. Tip for best self-seeding: leave the entire flower spike standing after blooming finishes. Each spike contains thousands of tiny seeds, and a single uncut spike is enough to maintain a self-sustaining colony for years. Number 5. California Poppy. California poppy produces silky, cup-shaped flowers in vivid orange and occasionally pink, red, or cream that open with the morning sun and close again in the evening, creating a living display that changes through the day. After flowering, distinctive curved seed pods develop and eventually split open explosively, flinging seeds several feet in every direction and ensuring a wide, natural spread across your bed without any help from you. It's also remarkably drought-tolerant, meaning the self-sown seedlings that appear each spring need almost no supplemental watering to establish and thrive. Zones: California poppy self-seeds prolifically in zones 6 through 10, particularly in dry summer Mediterranean-style climates, where it behaves as a true perennial through self-seeding alone. In zones 3 through 5, it's typically grown as a hardy annual. Self-seeding still occurs, but with somewhat less reliability through harsh winters. Growing tip: avoid rich, fertile soil and frequent watering. California poppy actually performs best, blooms most prolifically, and self-seeds most reliably in lean, well-drained, slightly neglected soil. Tip for best self-seeding: let the seed pods turn brown and split naturally on the plant, rather than cutting them off. The explosive seed dispersal mechanism is the plant's own most effective spreading tool, and interrupting it reduces next year's display significantly. Number 6. Nigella. Nigella, commonly called love in a mist, produces delicate sky blue, white, or purple flowers nestled within a wispy halo of thread-like foliage, creating one of the most ethereal effects in the cottage garden. After flowering, ornamental balloon-shaped seed pods develop that are nearly as decorative as the flowers themselves, and inside, hundreds of seeds are quietly maturing for next year's free display. Those seed pods are genuinely dual-purpose. Leave some on the plant to drop and self-seed, and cut others for stunning dried flower arrangements that last for months. Zones: Nigella self-seeds reliably in zones 2 through 11, tolerating both cold winters and warm summers with ease. It actually prefers cooler growing conditions, so in the hottest zones, 9 through 11, autumn-sown seed that germinates over winter and flowers in spring produces the best results before summer heat arrives. Growing tip: Nigella resents being transplanted, much like larkspur. This makes it a perfect candidate for self-seeding, since the volunteer seedlings simply establish exactly where they germinate without disturbance. Tip for best self-seeding: Leave a portion of the balloon-shaped pods to fully dry and split on the plant in late summer. Collect the rest for dried arrangements, and you get both the decoration and next year's flowers from the same plant. Number 7. Sweet Alyssum. Sweet alyssum forms a low, dense carpet of tiny flowers in white and shades of purple, carrying a sweet, honey-like fragrance that perfumes the air around it on a warm day. It self-seeds so freely and so consistently that a single season's planting often spreads itself into gravel paths, gaps between pavers, and the edges of containers, filling spaces you never deliberately planted at all. Its fast cycle from seed to flower means a single growing season can produce 2 or 3 full generations of self-sown plants, creating an almost continuous bloom from spring through autumn. Zones. Sweet alyssum self-seeds in zones 5 through 11, with particular vigor in cooler coastal climates and Mediterranean-style summers. In the hottest inland zones, flowering and seed production slow during peak summer heat, but resumes strongly as autumn temperatures cool, giving you 2 distinct self-sown flushes per year rather than one continuous bloom. Growing tip. Sweet alyssum thrives in poor, gritty soil and actually self-seeds most successfully into the cracks and gaps of hard landscaping. Don't be too quick to weed out volunteer seedlings appearing in paths or gravel. They're often the most charming part of the display. Tip for best self-seeding. Allow the tiny seed pods that follow flowering to mature and drop naturally, rather than shearing the plant back hard. A light trim that leaves some spent flowers intact preserves next year's seed supply. Number 8. Verbena bonarensis. We close with the flower that professional garden designers plant specifically because of how it self-seeds, Verbena bonarensis. Tall, wiry stems rise to over 1 meter, topped with small clusters of purple flowers that seem to float weightlessly above the border, creating what designers call a see-through planting quality. You can see the garden behind it rather than a solid wall of stems. Left to self-seed, Verbena bonarensis scatters itself unpredictably throughout a border year after year, creating exactly the kind of natural, layered, slightly wild look that takes other plants years of careful design to achieve, and butterflies find the flowers absolutely irresistible. Zones. Verbena bonarensis self-seeds reliably in zones 7 through 11, where it often behaves as a true short-lived perennial sustained entirely by self-seeding. In zones 4 through 6, it's typically killed by winter cold, but self-seeds vigorously enough in a single warm season that most gardeners simply let it return as a self-sustaining annual rather than treating it as a perennial. Growing tip. Resist the urge to control exactly where Verbena bonarensis seedlings appear. Its random, scattered self-seeding pattern is precisely what creates its signature, relaxed, naturalistic look. Over-editing the seedlings produces a stiffer, less interesting result. Tip for best self-seeding. Leave the fine seed heads standing well into autumn and winter. They provide food for birds and ensure the widest possible seed scatter before the stems eventually break down. Eight flowers, 1 purchase each, and a garden that replants itself season after season, for as long as you let it. The secret running through every plant on this list is the same. Let the seed head stand. Resist the urge to tidy up too early, and let nature do the propagation work that you'd otherwise be paying for every single spring. The flowers aren't asking for much in return, just a little patience and a willingness to leave some mess where the magic happens. Buy once, let it seed, grow forever. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe for more value-driven garden guides. And leave a comment. Which of these are you starting with, and what's your climate like? I'll tell you exactly how reliably it'll self-seed for you. Go plant something that pays you back.